Today, let's talk about the best way to get paid. You're going to talk to a lot of companies out there, and they're going to say something about CPM. They're going to say something about percentage. They might say something about hourly, or they might say something about salary. Which one's the best one for you? Because there's a lot of options, and you might be confused. The HR department, the recruiter, is going to make a lot of things sound amazing. But let's break through a couple of these things and then get right into the video so you can get the information that you need. If you want my honest opinion, I think truck drivers should be paid hourly or by the day. Tell me what I'm making. If it's hourly, I'm making 35 bucks an hour, which would be amazing. Dude, I'll clock in those hours. If I'm getting paid by the day and you're telling me I'm making $250, $300 a day, regardless how much I work, I'm going to be happy about that. The last one probably would be salary for me, but we all know when you're a salary worker, you know that company is just going to use you up. But at least you know what you're getting paid, right? And that's the truth. To be honest though, most trucking companies, they don't give you an opportunity of hourly or a day pay or salary. They're going to hit you with that CPM or that percentage pay. So it really matters on how the way the trucking company runs for you to make that decision. If you're finding value from this video right off the jump, hit that subscribe button, man. That's what we do. We're here just to give you the information straight to the point so you get what you need and get out and make some damn money. First one we're going to go over is CPM, cents per mile. Why? Because that's how most trucking companies structure their pay. Now, here's the thing. If they tell you they're going to pay you computer miles, run like hell. Why? Because they're just going to search on Google how far it is, and they're just going to pay you for that? Hell no. They need to pay you actual miles. Here's one real good example that has happened to me. What if you're driving on the highway, there's construction, it's construction season, and you have to detour 100 miles? Well, you should get paid for that. So here's another positive thing with CPM, but I do want to talk about. Is basically it's easier to clock in and it's easier to verify because every week you could check your miles, and if they're wrong on your paycheck, you could call safety up and say, hey, this is wrong. I drove an extra 300 miles and I deserve more money. And when we're talking about cents per mile, ask this recruiter, ask this HR person, hey, if you're telling me I'm getting paid 45, 50 cents a mile, 60 cents a mile, is that for all miles or is that for only loaded miles? Why? Because a lot of companies, when you're unloaded or you're deadheading, they might not pay for that, or they might just pay half of the miles. So think about that. So when you get all this information as a whole, you can make a sound decision to see if CPM works for you. Let's talk about percentage pay, right? And my honest opinion is when you're an owner-operator and you're doing niche-focused jobs, maybe heavy haul, maybe furniture moving like myself, car hauler per se, percentage pay is where it's at because the money is just different. We're getting a bigger piece of the pie and it's good. But when it comes to a company driver, and they're getting percentage pay, let's use like TMC for example. I'm not sure how it's really structured, but let's be honest. If I call and ask another TMC driver, I know you get 20, 25%, whatever the load, but do you really know if you're getting 25% of the actual real load? Or is it this guy gets a little money, she gets a little money, and then after all this, that pot is $100 and now you get 25% of that? Well, you just made 25 bucks. Are they paying for deadhead? Are they paying for all these things? A lot of times they're not. So when you look back, you're just like, man, how the hell do I keep up with this? I just got a paycheck for $1,200 for the week. But is that good? Is that bad? I got it from percentage, but how do I keep track? And that's where we talked about with CPM. You could keep track easier, right? But there are positives to it as well. Just say you're working for a company that does short runs. Well, CPM is how far you drive. Short run's not going to work for that. Percentage would be better. So it's always the poison. it's always the good and the bad. You know what I mean? And you just got to really look. You got to look at the full picture, and you really have to write down the positive and the negatives and see if it works for you. But at the end of the day, hopefully this helps. And you guys already know how I feel. I feel like drivers should get paid hourly. Just give me $100 an hour and I'll be coasting. Question of the day for all you mother truckers out there. Are you getting paid salary, hourly, day, percentage, CPM? Tell me what you think. Tell me where you've worked. Tell me how it is. And tell me which way you think is the best to get paid. Thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.